Yes, everybody, Rush and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. Happy Thursday. We are on the road to the weekend. And obviously, West Ham play Crystal Palace in Tampa Bay. Well, not exactly Tampa Bay, but you know what I mean. And we might have a left winger to play. We might have a new left winger by then, potentially. At lunchtime today, I did the Russ Rumour Roundup, the original rumour rating. We went through sort of the... It seems now that sort of we're sort of... The cream is rising from the week from the chaff in terms of our 180 players who've been linked with. And it does seem now we've got clearly our preferred targets lined up. As I said, there's not many situations I can think of in West Ham modern history, modern transfer history, where we've got our first choice targets. It does seem that Kilman was our first choice right back. It does seem that Somerville was our first choice left-sided player. And it does seem that Aaron Wan-Bissaka was our first choice right back option as well. So maybe not the forward, maybe not, but we never know. I mean, I still think it's all gone quiet with John Duran. And when things go quiet at West Ham, that's when when they say we're pulling out, we remember pulling out of Somerville 2 days ago, and then we've gone and bought the bugger. The bugger. Well, all but bought the bugger, you know what I mean? So let's just hold fire. We spoke about a lot of other players. Anton spoke this morning about Tadibo, who I sort of spoke a little bit more of at lunchtime. We might be able to jump in at Juventus' expense, potentially. But anyways, Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. As always, plenty to talk about. And let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Let's talk about... Who's the first one? I can't remember. I know it's about. It's about Tim Steidten, and he's warming up his jet. Steidten Airways is very much about to start flying by what we've been led to be believed. Obviously, we've mentioned about Nicholas Fourcourt. We've also mentioned about Quasasio Somerville as well. And according to reports, Tim is travelling to Germany in order to finalise the deal for Nicholas, which has been described apparently as very close. Things are developing very, very quickly when it comes to that one. There seems to be other clubs we mentioned at lunchtime. None of the other clubs apparently have put their interest up in the 31-year-old German international. And so apparently the jet is on its way, all the way from Florida. So that's a fair plane journey, that is, to Dortmund. So we'll see. And will he be bringing back? Will it be a round trick and bringing back Somerville on the jet? Who knows? Will we get that picture? We've been deprived it in the jet with Max Kilman because he was in the country. And Luis Guilherme, we didn't get that. We want a jet picture, Tim. But it does seem that Steidten Airways is open for business, and he's clocking up the air miles, that's for sure. Who's next? Who is next? Let's talk about someone who also made a little hop from Brazil to Florida, and that's Lucas Paqueta. Yesterday was a really good news story day for West Ham. The Silva deal, Wan-Bissaka potentially, seems to have greenlit a move. We've got, Nicholas Fourcourt. We've got all these good news stories, and then we see this guy turning up. How good's that? And not only that, he's registered. He's been registered to play for the Premier League season for next year. He met up with his teammates and Julian Lopetegui yesterday following his journey from Brazil. He joined an extended break after playing well for Brazil in the Copa America and was welcomed to the team by a gaggle of fellow players. Most importantly, his boss gave him a nice little cuddle, lots of fist bumps, back slapping, hugs. Nice to see. The first time that actually Paqueta has met Julien as his first team coach, as his head coach. The pair have been face to face. The pair have been in contact on phone regularly. We know Tim also made the trip to Brazil to see Paqueta, whilst also talking about Luis Guilherme and various other Brazilian deals, which could still be in the works. So it's great to see him looking smiley, looking happy. He is apparently, I don't know why my voice just broke then, but he's apparently expected to feature at some point in the game on Saturday against Crystal Palace. So we'll see. And great news that he's been registered with the Premier. It's like not like a new signing, but it sort of is, because we sort of over the summer pretty much assumed he was going, and I think we were planning for his departure. Now we've got a minimum of at least until January before the hearing's heard. And so, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm very much looking forward to this season now, even more so. And lastly, just to add to the good news, a youngster. We had a youngster signed a new deal, his first professional deal. Amik Edel. He turned 17, and the young wing back has he put pen to paper on a new pro deal. He's been a hammer since the under 9s level, and very impressive player. I've seen him play for the 18s. Very much, despite being a wing back, he's very much a goal threat. Really sort of gets forward really well. And no, it's just brilliant. I'm really pleased for him. He made his PL2 debut at the end of last season. He's been called up to the development squad. He started in both pre-season friendlies, Ebbsfleet and Maidenhead this summer, and he's travelled with the under-21s to Spain for their pre-season training camp. They had a closed-door friendly against Granada. I think they're playing Real Betis B side as well soon. I mean, Granada, they've just been relegated from La Liga, to be honest. They're in the league below now. So it's great to see. And it's, not only does it seem we're sort of filling from the top in terms of the hopper, in terms of bringing in the likes of potentially Somerville, people like that, but, working our way from the academy up. So a number of the under 21s are now featuring the first team squad, or have been featuring the first team squad in pre-season. A number of the 18s have been gone up to the 21s. A number of the 16s have gone up to the 18s, and obviously the 14s with young Lenny Noble won the Super Cup, didn't they? Yes, early this week. So it's great to see. Great to see. It's amazing how things change in the space of a very short amount of time, doesn't it? We were not doom and gloom merchants as such, but it was very much, it's take with Dragon Hills, and it just seems a little bit of news. That's all we want, a bit of positive news, and everyone seems a lot happier in the world. And if you want to keep up with the positive news and the negative news as well, and the negative comments as always, check out thesearemybrand.com for their fantastic forum, latest news, reviews and opinions. And we bring you, obviously, the West Ham Network, any breaking news, any commentary, any opinion pieces, and that'll be obviously cracking on tomorrow as well. We'll have the live show tomorrow lunchtime as well. Have your safe Friday. Hopefully be some people who are happy for a change. And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. Keep the faith, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Much love.